13th question is, which of the following is not a base? We are having KOH, option A. Then we have option B, that is zinc oxide. Option C is aluminium hydroxide. And option D is NaCl. Not a base. So NaCl is the correct option because KOH is a base. Zinc oxide is amphoteric. Amphoteric means acid as well as base. Amphoteric means acid as well as base. It can act as both. It can act as an acid as well as a base. Aluminium hydroxide is also amphoteric. It can same way can act as acid as well as base. That means these two middle chemicals can react with both acidic medium as well as basic medium. Thus your option can be NaCl. Sodium chloride is a salt. It is a salt. Thus we can say option is D. Potassium hydroxide is a base. Zinc oxide and aluminium hydroxide are amphoteric. NaCl is a salt, not a base. Option is D, delta. 13th question, answer is D. 14th question, the compound formed during electrolysis of brine is. When we say brine, the brine is NaCl aqueous. What is brine? Brine is NaCl aqueous. 14th question. Question number 14. If it is NaCl aqueous, that is called brine. Brine is having Na positive ion in it, Cl negative ion is present, H positive ion from water, OH negative ion is also present. It means brine consisted of all the four ions, Na is positive, Cl negative, H positive, OH negative. Now in this process, at cathode, H positive will go and gain one electron, convert it to H. H plus H becomes H2. So we get hydrogen is formed. Now completing this reaction, we will add the two reactions and we get 2H positive plus 2 electrons. Product is hydrogen gas. Now at anode, chloride will go. At anode, this is chloride ion that is liberated. Cl negative minus 1 electron, we get Cl. Cl plus Cl is Cl2. Multiply first reaction with 2, then add the two reaction. This becomes 2 Cl negative minus 2 electron. Cl2 is formed. It means hydrogen gas is formed, that is your B option. Chlorine gas is formed, that is your A option. We are left with Na positive and OH negative because chloride is going at anode, H positive at cathode, sodium hydroxide is left, NaOH is left in the container. That means all the three are formed. Answer will become again D. All of above is obtained. 15th question is about pH. Now when we say pH, the pH of 15th question, we want to calculate pH of question number 15. pH of 0.00001 molar. Hydroxyl ion concentration. Question is, hydroxyl ion concentration of solution is 0.0001 molar. What is its pH? Now we have pH. pH is negative log of H positive ion concentration. When it is OH negative ion concentration, so we can calculate pOH. pOH is negative log of OH negative ion concentration. This becomes negative log of 0.0001. that will become 5. So POH is going to be 5, but our question is pH. Now pH plus POH, it is always a constant 14. Thus we can say that in this question, as pH is our question, 14 minus POH is your answer. 14 minus 5, your option is 9. C is the correct option. 15th question, option is C. Hydroxyl ion concentration is given. Thus we can calculate POH. We can't calculate pH because it is OH negative ion concentration. POH is calculated first. POH is coming to be 5. Now pH plus POH is always 14. Thus pH is equal to 9. Question number 16. 16th question. Which law is being obeyed when you balance a chemical equation? During balancing of chemical equation, we use a law called law of conservation of mass. 16th question, option is B, beta. For example, if you want to balance carbon plus oxygen, it is carbon monoxide. If you want to balance this reaction, we should have 2 carbon monoxide. Balancing is based on, if there are 2 carbon on left, we should have 2 carbon on right. 2 oxygen on left, 2 oxygen on right. Actually, we are balancing the weight. 12 into 2, 24 grams carbon here. 32 grams is the oxygen. Total mass is 24 plus 32. And here it is 2 into 12 plus 16. It is going to be total mass 656, right? On adding this, 8, 28, 2s are, again it is 56. It is both the sides are having equal weight, the reactions are balanced. So actually we are not balancing the elements. Basically we are balancing the weight. So it is law of conservation of mass. 17th question. Which gas is evolved when dilute sulfuric acid is poured over zinc granules? 17th question. Which gas is evolved if zinc granules are reacted with dilute sulfuric acid? We get zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. The gas evolved is hydrogen gas. 17th question. Your option is hydrogen. C is the correct option. Whenever a metal reacts with acid, we get salt plus hydrogen. If this reaction is written as magnesium plus sulfuric acid, again your option will be same, MgSO4 plus hydrogen. All metals react with acid to liberate hydrogen gas. Condition is metal must be reactive metal. 18th question. Why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air? 18th question. But a magnesium ribbon is going to have a layer of magnesium carbonate on its surface because of exposure to air. Whenever it is exposed to air, some magnesium carbonate is covering its surface. That magnesium carbonate is not combustible, while magnesium ribbon is combustible. We can say that in 18th question, if it is a magnesium ribbon, the magnesium is present, and if magnesium carbonate is covering its surface, it will not allow the magnesium to burn. Thus, this magnesium carbonate is protecting magnesium ribbon from burning or from getting combusted. If we rub it, we will remove this magnesium carbonate. Now only magnesium ribbon is there. This magnesium can react with oxygen. It will burn to give us MgO. The combustion is possible only when this carbonate layer is erased from the surface. So we can say remove the layer of magnesium carbonate. It can help us burning of magnesium ribbon faster. Next is इसमें जो options है 18th question, B is to remove the layer of magnesium oxide is not correct. C is to remove the layer of rust. Rust is only on iron, not on magnesium. D is to remove the layer of magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is not formed when magnesium ribbon is exposed to air. 19th question. Which type of reaction happens when quicklime is added to water? 19th question. After question number 18. Now we move on to the next question. It is 19th. Which of the reaction happens when quicklime is calcium oxide, is added to water? We get formation of calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is formed. This is combination of two compounds. Thus we can say it's a combination reaction. So we can say it's a combination reaction. When two compounds are there, it cannot be decomposition. There is no displacement of anything. No precipitates are formed. It's not precipitation. This we can say it's a combination of the two compounds. 19th question. Option is beta. Question number 20th. After whitewashing, formation of which of these gives a shiny appearance to wall? During whitewash, we have calcium hydroxide applied to the wall. This is slaked lime. Slaked lime. This is called quicklime. Quicklime is calcium oxide. When water is added, we get slaked lime. Slaked lime, when exposed to carbon dioxide of atmosphere, it is converted to calcium carbonate plus water. This calcium carbonate is marble. Marble stone is calcium carbonate. It has lustrous nature. थोड़ा सा luster है. Some shine is appearing. This is calcium carbonate appears on the wall. That's why we have luster on the wall. Question number 20. Your option is D delta, calcium carbonate. 21 question number. Which of these is an example of exothermic reaction? Cooking, as you know, for cooking we have to heat the system, we have to heat the food. Heating required, that means endothermic. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is again in presence of sunlight. It means sunlight is giving the energy for photosynthesis to happen. Some energy is required for the photosynthesis also. It is again endothermic. Respiration. Respiration is breathing in, breathing out. During respiration, when we breathe in, oxygen enter into our body and it react with the food, burn it, release carbon dioxide, water and other products. Some of heat is evolved and that heat will be acting as energy source for our body. It means heat is produced during respiration. Heat is produced means it is exothermic. Again, rusting of iron. Rusting of iron is endothermic. Your option is C option. Respiration is exothermic. Question number 21. Option C. 22 question number. Which compound is formed when calcium carbonate is heated? 22nd question. What happens when calcium carbonate is heated? On heating, we get calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. This is decomposition of calcium carbonate. It is called decomposition of calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. As your options are A alpha is calcium oxide, B is calcium hydroxide, C is calcium sulfate and D is carbon monoxide. Your correct answer is calcium oxide, A alpha. 23rd question number. It is what happens when metal carbonate react with an acid. What happens when metal carbonate react with an acid? Metal carbonates, like let us suppose take an example of sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is allowed to react with, let us suppose HCl is the acid change. We get formation of NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. Sodium carbonate plus HCl, we get NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. It means product is salt, water and carbon dioxide. Metal salt is formed, CO2 gas is released, and water is formed. Your option will be all of these. 23rd question. Option is D, delta. 24th question. What is the pH of distilled water? Distilled water, pH of distilled water is 7. Because in distilled water there are no ions other than water itself. We get H positive, OH negative ions equal number of both H and OH. Thus overall resultant is a neutral pH. Overall we get a neutral pH. pH will be 7. What is the pH of human stomach? Human stomach is having acidic pH. It has pH of 24th question we have done. Now 25th question. Question number 25 is stomach pH. Stomach pH is, when we say stomach and its pH, the pH is less than 7. Its actual pH is between 2 to 3. And its acidic pH, HCl, is present in our stomach. HCl is present in our stomach. That's why we have acidic pH. 24th question, your option was C. 25th question, your option is now less than 7, B, beta. 26th question, how many molecules of water of crystallization are present in molecules of plaster of Paris? We want to know about plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris, question number 26 is POP. POP and plaster of Paris, same thing. Plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. It is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemihydrate means half H2O. It can be written as 2 calcium sulfate 1 H2O. In that case, it is 2:1 is 1:half. This is water of hydration. So we can say how many water of hydration per calcium sulfate is there? Half is the answer. Your option is A, alpha. 26th question, option A. Question number 27. What is the chemical name of washing soda? Washing soda is, what is the chemical name of washing soda? Washing soda is sodium carbonate. Washing soda is sodium carbonate dot 10H2O. It means water of hydration in washing soda is 10. 10 water of molecules of hydration, and actual formula is sodium carbonate dot 10H2O. That is called washing soda. B, beta is the option. 27th question, answer is beta. 28th question. 28th is which of these is an organic acid? Now question number 28, which of these are organic acid? Organic acid means carbon is present. Organic acid, that means carbon is present in it. Now we have HCOOH, CH3COOH, C2H5COOH, COOH single bond COOH, H2C2O4 dot 2H2O. All these are organic acids. Now one acid is carbonic acid, H2CO3. It has carbon in it but not organic. Carbonic acid is having carbon but not organic. This is exception, not organic. Rest all these are organic. First is called formic acid. First is called formic acid. Second is acetic acid. Third is propionic acid. This is oxalic acid. This is again oxalic acid. Here anhydrous, because water I have not written, and in this case it is hydrated. So all these are organic acids. Organic acids are the acids having carbon in it. Only sodium carbonate. Carbonic is not the option because carbonic is having carbon but not organic. The options are: A is H2SO4, no carbon; HCl, no carbon is there; HNO3, no carbon is there. Your option will become C. 28th question, C. Acetic acid is given to you, CH3COOH. The 29th question. Question number 29 is: when iron nails is put into copper sulfate, iron nail put into copper sulfate, we get formation of copper plus ferrous sulfate aqueous. Copper solid, iron here is solid. This ferrous sulfate is green colored and this copper sulfate is blue. Copper is metal and it will be precipitated down. Now we can say that blue color is diminishing, disappearing, and green is appearing. The blue slowly and slowly will vanishing out and green is appearing in the solution. So your option is A alpha. Brown precipitate appears and solution turns green, correct? B is black precipitate. The copper is having brown copper powder formed. It is brown precipitate formed. So we can say iron react with copper sulfate. We get brown precipitate of copper and green color of the solution will be there. Blue color will not be there. It means C cannot be the option. No change in color cannot be the option. Precipitate of copper are brown in color, therefore option will become A alpha. 30th question. Which among the following is strongly acidic? Last question of your test is chemistry science portion. It is which among the following is strongly acidic? Which is going to be the strongly acidic? 30th question. Now 29, option A we have discussed. Now last is your 30th question. It is acids given are HF, HCl, HBr, HI, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are the elements from which we have acids formed. Hydrofluoric, hydrochloric, hydrobromic, hydroiodic. These are hydrides of halogens. And you must remember this. In case of hydrides, acidic character increases. Acidic character increases downward. That means HI is the strongest acid, then HF, HCl, HBr. HI is the strongest acid out of all. You might have heard about HCl, it is also a strong acid. But HBr, HI are still stronger than this HCl. So these are the strong acids, better than HCl, and HF is a weaker acid than HCl. Thus our option will become HI. From this question you can have the idea. If we write H2O, H2S, H2SE, H2TE, these are again down the group order. The acidic character again increases. That means this is going to be the strongest acid. For hydrides, acidic character increases as we move down the group. Right? 30th question, your option is D delta. And that's all for today's discussion. Test 1, science section. Okay, thank you, Vita.